Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time for some more Steve Jackson's Sorcery. Now, I just want to quickly point something out, okay? Front gates are over here. I've already progressed a long way towards the bridge. And I don't think I found any of the four lines of the spell to open the north gate. So, while I could be a bit unhappy about the way this particular playthrough is playing out, it's fine, right? What I might do, if I'm really unhappy with the way I handled Book 2 by the end of it, is I might go back and play it a second time on camera. But if I do, and it is an if, I probably won't. You never know. If I do, I won't do a third one. I'll be like, I had my first one, had my second attempt, get on into book 3 now. And I know when I get to the end of book 2, most of you guys will be going like, get into book 3 anyway. So, I might do that. So, let's see. I could head into the slums to try and find out where a noble may be hiding, and there may be one hiding in the slums. Or I could head down this road, which is either Mansion Row or this is Mansion Row. So, yeah, I'm going to go this way. Also, I've been kind of hugging the wall of the city and not going into the middle of it that much. So I might as well go explore some of this area here that's more heavily packed. Here we go. You make your way along the cliff-top road between grand houses that must belong to well-to-do types. Oh, not between and, just between. You make your way along the cliff-top road between grand houses that must belong to well-to-do types. You pass a tall, thin man in a long robe, some kind of monk. He bows to you as you pass. Well, greetings. You begin. The monk beams at you and holds out his hands. Give him a coin, ask what he wants. He may have a vow of silence, so I'll just take his hands. You reach out and take hold of his hands. With burning bright eyes he stares at you. You must find the crown, he murmurs, for the sake of all Kakabat. Then quite suddenly he releases you and straightens up, folding his hands away into his robe. You can't help noticing that you feel strangely refreshed. If I thank him, will he acknowledge this, or is he like temporarily possessed? Who are you? But the monk only shakes his head and gestures to his mouth. Now that you look closely, you see his tongue has been cut off and he cannot speak. He bows his head and walks away. Oh, many people have had their tongues cut out in the city to hide secrets recently, haven't they? I will continue in this direction. There's a nice pond there. Maybe that'll be... You continue up the main road, which climbs gently towards the centre of Khare. The road passes through the ruin of a grand building. In what must have once been a glorious morning room, an ornamental pond is all that remains. Moss grows from the cracks in its tiled sides. Well, I will go and take a look. If we be adventurers, let us adventure. You walk over to the pond. Oh! This. Right, so this, yeah. This used to be kind of here, right? And then Dwarf Town used to be like that. So things have definitely been moved around a lot. You walk over to the pond. Despite its great age, it seems well tended and the water is surprisingly clear. A small scarlet fish darts out from behind a stone as you watch. Bubbles rise from its mouth, and as they break, you hear the breath of words. Oh. Something else glints from the bottom of the pool. I can look deeper into the pool, listen close to the ones, move on to cast a spell. I don't think I need to cast... Oh, wait. It's not law, is it? It's the one to understand. I don't think I have what I need to understand animals. It's further this way, isn't it? Picture of a dog, I believe. Law is to control animals. Yes. Yap. Requires the green-haired wig, which I could not find in Book 1. So there's not much point trying to use it. Okay. Well, what spells are available? Yeah, look, right here. Y-A-P. Which we can't do because the wig has been moved and hidden somewhere. Dop? I thought it was an M. I clicked an M. Right there. Man. Don't need that. Mud. Quicksand. That isn't going to help either, right? I mean, it might. Dud. Illusion of treasure. Now, that's not going to help. Alright, let's see. L. Law. Control non-treasure. That's a lot of stamina. I'm not sure that's going to help. Okay. I don't think casting a spell is going to help here. I'll look deeper into the pool. Your eyes trace the second gleam. Not a fish this time, but a gold piece. Someone must have thrown it into the water for luck. And there it is. If I take it, the fish could bite me or something. I'll risk it. I'll lean a little closer to hear if it has anything to say. Kneeling beside the pond, you put your ear close to the water. This little scarlet fish swims up and spits a drop of water at your cheek. If fish could laugh, you could swear this fish was chuckling. Again, it mouths bubbles, with a sound like bravers. But what does it mean? I think it means that First Noble Sansa knows the entire thing, but one of the other nobles who knew some of it might be his brother. Oh, no. I know. Oh, yeah. It's the gods Korga and Forga, of the gods of courage and strength. I think Korga is courage and Forga is strength. They feature somewhat in this adventure, or at least they used to. It's probably just a reference to them, but you never know. Right. So with that in mind, take the gold piece, move on, taste the water. You know what? The water's clean enough for a fish to live in there, but it's been abandoned in the ruins of this manor for quite some time. It's probably best if I just don't drink it. It could be quite mucky by now. Take the gold piece. Let's see. Maybe I should. But perhaps, ooh, yeah. Because I can use, as a recent commenter mentioned, the Walk spell. The Walk spell is really good for protection. So maybe. I hope nothing bad happens to me. You dip your hand into the pool to grab the coin. The fish leaps out of the water to come after you, but it's not fast enough. You pocket the gold. Time to go. The main road continues onwards along the edge of the ridge, and you hear the sound of a crowd in the distance. A narrower lane heads uphill to your left. So the cliff road or uphill? Well, I highly doubt they're going to let me take that road all the way down here, because I know backtracking is limited. So if I go here, I'm probably going to have to then go up here. So both these go to the same point. The question is, yes, a nobleman might attract a crowd, but the nobles are currently in hiding, so away from the crowds would make a little more sense. Sure. Let's risk going this way. You follow the narrower road which skirts the edge of central Khare. The homes and buildings either side are now more densely packed together. You're nearing a more busy, bustling area of Khare. Very well. I will move cautiously. A speed up so people can't get near me and rob me. Move cautiously so I can be aware of danger. Yeah. Also, if I want to pick up on visual clues and stuff, sure. You begin to move more cautiously, keeping your back to the buildings, but you must have missed something because suddenly a hand appears on your shoulder and you're pulled backwards into a building. Uh-oh. Hope nothing too bad happens here. Oh, is this the assassin? It could be. Don't be afraid, murmurs a voice. All right. You turn to see who is a dark-skinned man with a beard of short stubble. As you look at him, he releases you, holding up his hands to show you he means you no harm. Apologies to give you a fright, he says. I'm a lonely man in this evil city. You're a human, and that's a refreshing sight. Please, sit with me and talk for a while. All right, I'll sit with you. Thank you. It's good to talk the common tongue, he grins. I mean, I don't know, I've found quite a few humans in the city already. You look around the building and realise you're in his home. It is well furnished with rich woven tapestries on the walls. I'll look at him. You look the man over. He's a noble-looking sort and wears fine furs and a cloak. He seems friendly enough. I'll ask him about the city. You take a seat. Tell me about Khare, you begin. I'm new here. Ah, he sighs. This is a treacherous place. You can't trust anyone or anything in this town. He winks at you. But before I go into all that, would you like some ale? I don't really drink that stuff very often, especially not on a day like this. I need a bit of a clear head with these crowds in this strange place. I don't drink, he lied carefully. The answer seems to surprise him to the point of confusion. You don't drink, he replies. What? But if you don't drink, what do you do when you're thirsty? Oh, I mean, I don't drink beer. Oh, now I see it, he exclaims. You mean you won't drink my beer? His expression turns to anger. Ungrateful traveller! You barge your way into my home and then refuse my hospitality? Join me in my ale, or I promise you will not leave my house. All right. We'll share a drink. The man returns with 2 mugs of ale, and he places one deliberately in front of you. Deliberately, as in he's making sure he knows which one I get. So let me tell you about my city, he begins conversationally. The centre of Khare is built around the port, and it can be a dangerous place at night. Why is that? Well, they say that those wandering the streets get waylaid and captured onto slaving ships, so be sure to be settled down in an inn before sundown. He lifts his mug. Your health. I'm going to cast a spell. I'm not going to lightning bolt the guy. That would be it's like, no, I will not drink your wine. F. Far. See the future, fall, float in the air. Not going to help particularly. Oh. Oh, yeah, telepathy, sure. You slip the skull cap onto your head and cast your spell. A moment later you can hear the man's voice talking in your mind. It is confused and unclear. He is not a sane man, as is quite clear, but one thing is obvious. He wants you to drink the ale, and the ale is drugged. The man does not seem to notice what you're doing. He takes a long sip from his mug. The other thing to know about Khare is that there are thieves and murderers everywhere. This place is like one big prison. You have to be careful everywhere you go. Say, aren't you thirsty? If I repeat the claim that I don't drink ale, he's already threatened me once. I could drink the whole thing. No, stand and leave, throw the ale in his face and run. If I stand up and leave, he's likely to escalate the situation. So I might as well escalate it first. Quick as a flash, you grab the mug of ale and toss it into the man's face. He splutters and spits, trying to clear his mouth of the drugged ale, and you seize the moment to run away out of the house. Well, that was a relief. I could have been... Those slave ships he was talking about, I could have ended up on one of those. You continue along the street, which grows narrower and more winding. On either side, slum dwellings rise high. Faces appear and disappear behind drapes. Someone throws out a bucket of slop, narrowly missing you. Furry chained up... Sorry, there's two R's. Furry chained up animals screech from balconies. The sun disappears from view. Ooh. Stop and ask for directions, or just keep on going. I do need to find myself a place for the night as well. If I stop and ask for directions, how could this end badly? I could ask a bunch of muggers. I'll try it. You stop at a doorway and knock. After a few minutes, an eye appears at a crack in the wood. "What do you want?" hisses a voice. "I warned you, I've got a dragon in here, so don't try anything." A dragon? "That's right," snaps a voice. I need help." "What sort of help?" demands the voice. I need to find the nobles of Khare. I'm looking for a scholar, looking for a priest. Right. One of the nobles is a scholar, and I've been told that a priest up here might be able to help me with one of the lines, I think. I'm looking for a scholar. The voice laughs. "What, lost your dog, have you?" You blink twice, not understanding, then wave it away. I need to find the nobles of Khare. Yeah, he probably won't take that too well either. "Nobles?" squeals the voice. "What would I know about nobles? Do you think any nobles live around here? They used to come round this way to collect taxes. Oh, sure, we'd see Theta around here on his horse. But now he's blind, isn't he? Fell out of favour and they taxed him for his eyes." Where is he now? "Don't know, don't care." The voice breaks out into wheezing laughter. "They say he's a beggar now. Well, if he comes begging round here, I'll set my dragon on him." There's a moment's pause. There's a moment's pause. "You're not him, are you?" "No." "Pity," the voice muses. "I'm looking for a priest." "There's a shrine near the well," the voice replies. "Don't bother me about it." "Well, look, I need somewhere to stay." "You can't stay here," the voice calls back in clear terror. "You can't stay here." Then it calms down a note. "But try the Wayfarer's Rest by the harbour. You'll get there if you just keep going. It's right in the centre." You know what? This man... he's clearly hiding something, and he says he's got a dragon. And I don't think that building's big enough for a dragon. I want to just burst my way in there and go, "Look, who are you throwing your weight around threatening me?" You know what? Yeah. You hurl your weight against the door, which shudders on its hinges. Oh, it's like that, is it? Complains a voice from inside. Well, we'll see about that. You hear the bolts in the door sliding back. Maybe he has got a dragon. He's coming out, so it means trouble one way or another. I've got full health. Sure, let's see what happens. You stand your ground. A few minutes later, the door opens and a creature explodes out in a rage of teeth and fangs. It's a giant anteater. You're so surprised that it knocks you down and lands a vicious bite before you can react. Once you have scrambled back to your feet, you notice the creature is chained. You crawl away out of reach. Then, laughing from the surprise, you get to your feet and continue your way up the road. You push forwards, climbing a gentle slope. You found one new clue and other clues have been updated. What new clue? Lord Feeta is now a blind beggar. A shrine of slang. Between the well and the docks of Lower Khare. So what do we know about this? Slang is the god of liars and lies. And very dishonest. Isn't he related to Tangvit or that's in some way as well? I can't remember. The lane gets narrower. Muck and foul water runs downhill, forming a sheen over the flagstones. The walls either side are now so close together that someone on the top floor has laid planks across the alley to steal from the house opposite, or perhaps to steal their own things back. It is hard to be sure. Maybe it would be wise. How? Find safe passage. You know, is this a trap? Hot? Burn the plank! Maybe not. Maybe not wise. Be big? I don't need to be much bigger. Well, I mean, I could... How would that advantage me? Climb over... Plank? Sure. You cast the spell and clear your mind until an inner voice speaks to you. It tells you there is no danger here, but there is danger underground. The road narrows further until your elbows are brushing the door frames on either side. Then, quite suddenly, you reach a small plaza. Danger underground. Interesting. Well, into the plaza with the well. There is a small open square with a dried-up well at its centre. This is a crossroads, and side roads lead off to the left and right. I'll look at the well. Once, presumably, this well served all the people in the district, but perhaps there were too many people because now the well seems dusty and dry. I'll look down the well. Leaning over the edge, you peer down into the depths of the well. Strange, this well seems to have handholds cut into the stones. They appear good enough to climb down. Well, I'll sit and eat my dinner. It's getting a bit dark now, too dark to be lunch. Oh, have I eaten today already? You perch on the edge of the well and eat some of your provisions and feel a little bit better for it. There is danger underground. Could there be a nobleman hiding underground with one of the lines of... I should check. I really should. I might even get to meet the slime eater. While you aren't likely to find the city nobles down there, it's certainly a curiosity worth exploring. You swing yourself over the edge of the well, teetering for an unnerving moment before the teetering for an unnerving... Yes, unnerving. It's a new word that I just made up fakely by mistake. I didn't really... Just said the wrong thing. Okay, I'll try that sentence again. You swing yourself over the edge of the well, teetering for an unnerving moment above the long drop. Then you find the first of the holds with your feet and begin to make your way down into the dark. Oh, look at this lovely map. The climb is slow and cautious. You cannot see the holes below you, so you have to feel your way down. After about 10 minutes, your arms are tiring. Suddenly, you realize the position you are in. If your strength gives out, you will fall, but you may not have the energy to climb back up either. It's impossible to see how much further there is to go. If I can make it to the bottom, I can rest. I'll keep climbing down. Stealing your courage, you continue to climb down. Ah, a ledge. Great, we can rest here. After perhaps a minute more, your foot finds a ledge. Below, there is nothing but space. You have reached the roof of whatever chamber is below. A metal bar sticks from the wall here, presumably used to tie rope to, or to continue the rest of the way down. I don't have a rope. Do I? I'm pretty sure I don't. No rope. I think I should probably... cast a spell. Can I just climb up? That's a long-looking drop. G. Oh, really? S-U... Yes, sus. You cast the spell and a clear voice enters your mind to tell you that the drop below is too far and will certainly hurt you if not kill you outright. The spell's work done, the voice vanishes, leaving you no better off than before. So can I, you know, go back? Oh, I can. A ledge. Okay. Well, that's, can I go back to, like, here? And no, I can't. Come on. This is an interesting rewind feature, but okay, fine. No, cancel. Just back to, no. Okay, well, look, I'm going to drop a gold piece. You drop a gold piece. Well, look, it's deadly. So now I just get to jump down and die, right? Taking a deep breath, you let yourself drop from the ledge. You fall for what seems like an age, but it is not enough time to hope the water below is deep enough to catch you. Then, with a shallow splash, you hit the water and the tunnel floor below. Oh, not dead then, just half my health gone. You're standing ankle deep in thick water in one of the city sewers. The smell is indescribable. You're at a dead end of sorts, and the water disappears into a grating in one direction, while the tunnel disappears into the darkness in the other. Look for my coins. Probably can't find them. You kneel and feel in the foul water, and it's thick filth for your coins. Well, I only dropped one. But the water is fast flowing, and they are nowhere to your touch. You stand again, wiping your mucky hands on your tunic with disgust. I think I should... Look, I'm in it, so I should probably... I could try climb back up, but I might as well... I'll walk. You step out from the dim light of the well shaft and into the black tunnel beyond. Do I have some kind of light spell? The tunnel is filled with the worst stench you can imagine. Things splash and scurry through the darkness. You pass a heap of black cloth. A huddled creature? Maybe I should poke it with my sword tip and see if it wakes up. You creep over to the huddled rags. The shape of a man leant over, clutching his knees, but it does not seem to be moving. I'm not going to stab it. I'll touch it. Oh, am I going to get a disease? It collapses at the slightest touch, and you breathe a sigh of relief. Just a piled-up cloak, discarded by some previous unfortunate who travelled this way. Well, the cloak... I don't think I need a cloak for any spells, but it could be a useful thing. You sift through the heavy cloth. This was a fine cloak once, before it was left to rot down here. Stitched into the back is a number 1 in a circle. Waterlogged, the cloak is too heavy to carry anyway, but it proves that others have come this way before. Perhaps a noble in hiding, taken by the romantic notion that the sewer would be well, those are both blocked, a safe place to hide, to seek shelter from oppression. The sewer turns a corner here, with other tunnels blocked by filth-strewn wreckage. Well, I'll look through the wreckage. There might be something valuable. You steel yourself to dig through the foul filth in the wreckage, trying not to vomit from the stench. You come across a small glass bottle. I'll uncork it and hope it's not poison. Someone clearly probably thrown it away. You uncork it and take a sniff. Blimberry! Hooray! New Blimberry potion. You stash it in your pack. Excellent. Alright, so I'm going to walk along this way. You walk onwards through the dark sewer, when suddenly the tunnel opens into a low chamber. You stand, ankle deep in filth in a square chamber. Icy droplets fall from the ceiling. The smell is terrible. But this is not just any sewer. In the corner of the room is a pile of rags. Someone or something lives down here. Look around the room. Yeah, make sure I'm alone before searching the rags. You look around the walls of the chamber. Aside from the pile of rags, there is nothing else here. No stash of food or weapons, and no sign of the inhabitant. Then you notice on the far wall some scratches in the stone. A mark of time, perhaps? A sudden rush of water floods the chamber, soaking you up to the waist. A moment later it has washed away once more, but there might be more coming. Oh, so this is like a time-limited thing, right? The rags are still there. Look at the marks. Live dangerously, why not? You make your way carefully around the cesspool in the middle of the room to the far side where the marks are faintly visible in the gloom. They are not just notches, but letters, and perhaps once they were full words, but have been worn away by the flowing water, or else filled in with slime and dirt. It looks as though it might have once been a poem. I'll read it. And the water's coming. You peer at the markings on the wall. Oh, this is a clue. This has got to be a clue, right? You can make out the following through the muck. Korga's Grace. One lock. Deep inside. I bid you. This is an there's 4 lines of it, right? And we need for 4 lines to open the gate. Each of these lines is partial. I think that's a big-ass clue. Suddenly, something growls in the darkness of the tunnel behind you. You look up and see a dark, stooped shape approaching fast. It is a rat bear. Right, so, just to be clear, the tunnel behind me had better be this one, because there's no way the rat bear came out of this grate and followed me all the way from here, so it should be ahead of me, right? I want to cast a spell. Yeah. I want to... No hot? No hot in the sewers? Kid... No. Law. Seems very reasonable. Yap would also be very reasonable, but I don't have the wig. Gak. Cause fear. God. Illusion of worship. Okay. K-L-Y-G. I'm not sure this is dumb enough, but I'll give it a try. I'm badly hurt already, so... Well, my energy is heavily drained. You cast the spell and take command of the rat bear's will. I could send it away or hold it down under the water. That's a very malicious and vicious thing to do. I mean, I doubt it's going to have any treasure. And it might break free, and I'll send it away and hope I don't meet it again. You order the creature to retreat, and it slowly slinks away down the tunnel, roaring in anger but powerless to resist your command. Still, the spell will wear off eventually. You had better leave this place before it returns, and I found one new clue. Well, I will search for rags now that I know the rat bear isn't around. You dig into the rags and clothing. They must have formed someone's bedding, as they could never have been clothing. Strips and odd squares of cloth of all different kinds. They've probably been scavenged from what people threw down the drains into the sewers. Leave them, dig through more... No, I'll be more careful now that I know the rat bear is away. Digging into some old pockets, you find a few gold pieces. Suddenly you find yourself itching and scratching. The rags are covered in fleas, and now they are biting you as well. There's nothing more to be done here. If you ever wish to see daylight again, you must move on. I think... I can't go back? I can't go back. Okay. You walk onwards through the sewer. Shadowy shapes loom out of the darkness, then disappear as you move close. Okay. You walk for what seems like an hour, maybe more. The tunnel tilts lower and lower. Perhaps you are going underneath the river. The sound of fast rushing water fills the tunnel. I could make it under the river to the other side. What have I got? Something... I mean, obviously sus. Hot. Sure. You cast the spell and a calm voice enters your mind and begins to speak. It warns you in a quiet voice that the river has burst a dam up ahead and the tunnel is filling with water as you speak. You will not be able to outrun it, but you will not be able to hide. The voice begins to fade, replaced by the sound of rushing water. It is coming. I think I get to pray for aid once each book. So hang on. I won't be able to outrun it. And I won't be able to hide. So it's take a deep breath or pray for aid. And the water could wash me out somewhere. I'll pray. You stop still and try to clear your mind, to raise a prayer to the ape. You feel a great calm wash over you. Then, a moment later, it is the wave that is breaking across your body, knocking you flying like a rag doll. So I don't think it particularly helped. The water wrenches you from the floor and throws you into a swirling spiral. You can see nothing but the murk and the filth. At least, you think wryly, you are getting a wash. So either the prayer was completely wasted, or it's washing me safely to it, and if I hadn't prayed it would have been worse. You feel the calm of the ape in your mind. Whether you will be protected or not, you cannot tell, but at least you feel in control. I can swim with the current, I can swim against the current, I can swim down to escape the flow, or swim up. Calm, and hope I can hold my breath long enough. You turn and fin down towards the bottom of the sewer, hoping to escape the worst of the current. Near the ground, the water is slower and you are thrown about less violently, but you are still running out of air. Your lungs are bursting for air. Swim against the current, then swim up. You turn and swim back against the current, but it is like wrestling a 12-limbed octopus. A 12-limbed octopus bear, and every time you think you've made progress, another eddy knocks you spinning forward again. You cannot last much longer, then I must swim up, if I am to breathe at all. You swim up towards the current of the sewer, hoping to find an open pocket to refresh your breath. But you are out of luck. Your head hits the arched stone ceiling, which is fully submerged. Even the ducts running up are filled with water. There is no air to be had down here. Swim with the current, swim against... I have to go with the current, or swim up a duct. I mean, that's going against the current, surely, right? Lungs bursting, you reach a duct in the ceiling. Once Once inside, it wrenches you upwards with powerful force. The stonework either side is a blur and you crash, scrape and bang into the sides painfully. Then suddenly you are spat up into wider, cold water, lit from above by silvery light. You are outside! Heaven knows where, though. In the middle of the river, of course. And now, to quote the Goon Show, "Hey, fallen in the water." Gotta be done. Gotta get it in there. You come up gasping for air, about a quarter of the way across the river that flows through the middle of Khare. Night has fallen while you are underground, and all around you is pitch darkness. You struggle and flail for a moment to get your head above water, and then turn, about to swim for the far bank. Of course, all your water-damaged possessions have been ruined. Thankfully, however, the pages of your spellbook are protected, and your fleas are washed away. What have I lost? I've still got these. And I'm thinking, I've still got the potion of Blimberry juice. Okay. Apart from provisions, have I lost anything else? Not sure. Okay, I'm a quarter of the way across the river, which means it should be easier to get back to this side than 3/4 of the way across to this side, surely. Swim forward or dive under? Okay. This is practically a canal, this river. I see big boats. There could be ships moving late at night, and it could be very dangerous for me. If I get spotted, someone might shoot an arrow at me or something. I'm going to dive under. This may be a big mistake. Oh, yeah. You take a deep breath, choking slightly from the noxious odour of the filth-strewn Jabaji, then dive under. Thick, foul, mucus-ridden water streams up into your nostrils and you make slow progress. I'll swim underwater. Let's see if I can drown. You keep going, swimming forward through the muck. Your lungs are starting to burst, desperate for air. You have no idea how far across the river you are. Surely you cannot hope to make it the whole way across. A dark shape looms through the brown water ahead of you. Keep going. You struggle to control the burning in your lungs and swim on. You must be over halfway now, surely. Then the brown shape resolves itself into the far bank. You pull yourself up it and drag yourself up, gasping out for water. Ugh. What a way to spend the night. You look around in the darkness. The far bank is less populated than the near bank. There are no inns, no market stalls, just a single path disappearing off into the darkness between large stone buildings. You're too tired from your swimming to walk on, so you crawl under a bush and make camp. You are exhausted and could do with something to eat, but there's nothing you can do. All of your food has been ruined by the water. Well, hopefully I'll be able to buy some more. For now, though, I rest. Time to get some rest. You close your eyes and are quickly asleep. Your dreams are cluttered and crazy. Red-eyed beings loom at you. Hey, I avoided the red eyes. Face after face laughs as you ask about the spells. 4, says one. There are 11 spells. 13. 49. River water fills your mouth and makes you choke, but the water is thriving with fishes, each of which wants to tell you its life story. Vangorn strides over and shakes you by the hand, whoever he is. Thank you for helping me realize the error of my ways, he says. A moment later, he sticks a dagger into your lung. Finally, a black well-mouth approaches and swallows you whole. I think that is probably a good place to leave the episode. Hey, I got some health back, so that's good. Yeah, I'm going to leave this one here. That was probably a bit of a disaster, but I kind of pulled through it a bit all right. Hey, let's check if the game allows me to realize that the scratch poem is probably a clue. It let me keep it as a clue, so that's good, yes. Alright. Well, I'm going to leave this episode here. I hope you've all enjoyed this one, disastrous though it may be, and I will look forward to seeing you all in the very next one. I'm going to say goodbye for now though, and cheerio for everyone. Hope to see you all next time.